Can you introduce yourself and also describe your program here at OSU?
All right, I'm Dr. Laura Dieter. I'm an assistant professor. I just got promoted to associate professor as of October 1st at Ohio State University Agricultural Technical Institute. I'm in the Horticulture Technologies Division. I teach plant identification, I teach landscape design, I teach advanced design, I teach a class in outdoor gardening, which is maintenance, and I teach a lot of courses online. So we do herbaceous plants is online, Plantid is online, landscape construction is online, and introduction to design is online.
Can you explain the other types of technologies that you're using here at OSU aside from the document camera itself?
We have computers and projectors in all the classrooms. In design, we also have a drawing tablet because we're doing some more CAD work with the students. We have an interactive whiteboard in a couple of the classrooms, and we're starting to see those being utilized more and more. We are installing those in more and more classrooms as people become familiar with that. That's probably it that we have as far as technology besides the document camera. I was probably the first one. We have an older document camera in our large lecture hall, and if you put anything smaller than an elephant on it, it really doesn't show up very well. It's got a very limited focal area. It's like some of those old overhead projectors, you know, where things right here are in focus, but everything else is not really. It's not bad for large three-dimensional objects, but it doesn't work for what I've been trying to do for it. And it certainly has absolutely no portability. It weighs 1.5 tons, has no portability, so it doesn't really get used. And I think I'm probably the only other one on campus at the moment who really uses a document camera to any extent.
How were you introduced to the AVerVision 300AF Plus, and was there a particular feature that you were looking at or that you had in mind that you absolutely needed in this product?
We didn't have a lot of opportunity for student critique, and when I took over teaching design, from the faculty member who was here for 35 years, I said, there's got to be a better way to do student critique. They have to be able to have that part. It helps you become a better designer. And how can we do that? And I worked with our instructional technology design specialist, and she said, get a document camera. And I went, what's that? And she pointed me in the direction of this camera. She came and said, I said, well, what could a document camera do? And she said, well, this is the types of features that they often have. And I said, well, if it had the ability to record video, then students could get personalized video feedback on their designs, as well as the ability to just simply film something that you're on a drafting table, filming it and showing it on the computer. So she went out and did a search for one that had video and audio recording capabilities, plus the ability to do still images and the ability to shoot video right through the computer. And that's where she found this camera.
Now, you mentioned the video capture with the audio was an important feature when looking at the document camera, but after you started using it, were there any other features or functions that you found surprisingly helpful in your classroom?
Well, I didn't know it was going to have the ability to do some kind of annotations so that if I put something down and we're doing critiquing, I could highlight something and say, this area, everybody take a look at this area. Let's look at this specifically, and you can see why this person either lost points or why I thought it's very, very good. What do you think about that? I didn't realize it was going to have that. I thought I was going to still be kind of pointing with my finger or making a video or something, but I use that feature a lot. So especially when I'm doing grading for the online classes, I'll grade their designs, and then I'll put the camera on their design and I'll say, these 2 or 3 things you did really, really, really well. These 2 or 3 things you need to work on, and I can highlight that with the annotation features. That becomes part of their recording, and it goes on to our course management software, so they get it right away. So that was a great bonus as far as I was concerned. I loved that feature.